So you're around MTV.
Yeah. So I'm their fix-it guy. I'm getting called in to fix their pilots that need work or need help.
Disorganized or whatever.
My first big one was a Cameron Diaz pilot called Trippin, which they'd shot a bunch of it, but it wasn't quite working. So I basically, what that job means is I go back in and watch all the raw footage and help them figure out how to make it a TV show. Sometimes it includes reshoots. Sometimes it includes new voiceover. Sometimes it's just music, whatever.
Right.
Fix it, and hopefully get it picked up.
Right.
So I come in and take it over and give my notes. Cameron and I worked together on it, which was crazy at the time because I'd never worked with like someone that huge as a star. But she starts to trust me as like, okay, cool, this guy can help us. And so we got it picked up. We did a series. I traveled with them. We did 10 episodes of it.
Wow.
Yeah. And then after that, they had another sort of project, which was called Rob Big.
Oh.
And Rob Big was a different problem because they had the right idea, but it had been noted to something that it shouldn't.
It was like Rob, like being a successful dude or whatever, right?
How'd you know that?
I don't know. I listen to stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I literally just went on a Fantasy Factory run. I found it on Hulu.
That's right. It was like Rob's Rules of Success or something.
Right, yeah.
That was imposed by MTV.
Right.
Which could have worked, but I had the sort of luxury of coming in and just being able to watch it, not knowing anything about any of them. I didn't really know Rob, and so I just watched all the raw. And obviously, the best part of those two is just those two.
Those two interacting, yeah.
Black. Yeah, they're funny. So cut out all of the other characters. They had all these other characters and stories and like games and shit. Not games, but like things to do. Cut out all the other characters and just made the show about this unlikely friendship.
Yeah.
Basically an odd couple.
Right.
A modern day odd couple.
Yeah.
And that was what Jeff Tremaine and Ruben Fleischer, who originally brought that idea to MTV with Rob, originally pitched. But it had just gone through so many rounds of notes that they were kind of at wit's end.
It bastardized it or
kind
whatever.
of. Yeah, it had evolved beyond what they wanted. So I helped them kind of get it back there. We built a pilot that did really well, tested really well, and then got to do a series. And then that series got to be that's where I cut my teeth on making shows making comedy reality.
Sure, yeah.
It was
because
an
up to
improv
that
show.
point, you weren't doing much. Yeah, it really is.
No, we're making an improv show. So we're putting them in scenarios and we're writing situations together, and then they're just going. And those two are the best of all the people I've ever worked with. Rob is one of the best improvisers I've ever seen.
Yeah,
because he is just him. He's not doing a character. That's just who he is, and he can be funny with anyone.
Right.
I mean, he's just a funny dude.
That's amazing.
Yeah, he can adapt to any situation, and it's a pretty unique skill.
And Big Black is a great straight man with him.
Absolutely. No,
which drama took over for. But it's perfect because he's such a character.
Yeah, no, it was awesome. And we were there all day, every day, and it was all encompassing, but it was my Jeff and Ruben eventually. I mean, both of them were around, and Ruben was there for a lot of it, but eventually Ruben went to direct movies. Jeff was directing.
Well, that's what I was going to ask. How do you come from like a story editor, sort of behind the scenes, maybe not even getting credit, to executive producer? Just because you
scrapping. Scrapping.
Scrapping?
Yeah, you just are scrapping all the time. You're always taking on more than you're assigned.
Oh, look at that.
You know? Like you don't do the
I would
job
say hustling.
But okay, that's fine. Either word. Like you don't do the job you're hired to do.
Right.
You do the best job you can.
Right.
And a lot of times you end up eclipsing people that are in positions that are above you.
Right.
Not Jeff or Ruben, but there were other people that were supposed to be in supervisory positions that just weren't getting the job done.
Sure.
So, I cared a lot about the show, and I knew I could see how it was supposed to work. So together with Jeff and Ruben and Rob has always been completely hands-on. You know, we made something that we were all really proud of.
So,
and Rob Big to me still is, of everything I've ever done, that's the one I would point to as like,
it's great.
Yeah, my favorite thing.
Yeah, it's genius.
Yeah. Yeah.
When you met Rob, did you guys just hit it off?
No, it's funny. I mean, yeah.
No.
We got along.
We'll cut it right there.
No, we got along, but it's funny because he's such a whirling dervish.
High energy.
It's just his mind works at a level different than everyone else's.
Right.
And he has an energy different than everyone else's, and everyone's adapting to him. It's never the opposite.
Right.
So I was really intimidated. I'm still intimidated by the way his mind works.
Yeah.
But from early on, it just worked. I had a more grounded sensibility and had a more like, I knew the work that had to be done, and it's not often glamorous. It's like getting in there with an editor and fine tuning moments and cutting shit out that doesn't work, reshooting when necessary, doing the hard work. He was also doing the hard work, but I'm doing the grunt work in the bay.
Right. Yeah.
And then I think together, like, our sensibilities balance each other out, and I don't question why it works, but it does, and it continues to. And every time I think it's like, well, we had a good run, like, no, it still works. Like, we still really do work well together creatively, and on a business level now we both have a business together with Super Jacket.
Right, your Super Jacket Productions.
Yeah, and it's a good collaboration. We had a great year last year of making television.
When did you guys sort of realize that you wanted to make that production company?
Well, I kept talking about it with him, saying like, we gotta, like, let's make other shows. We have this thing that works. We can apply this aesthetic and lens to other programming.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I don't think he could really get into it while we were in the early era of Fantasy Factory, but then eventually, as we got later in, he was like, let's try this. And then Ridiculousness happened concurrently, and Ridiculousness was awesome because we had the luxury of knowing, well, okay, we got 30 episodes of this show.
Right.
We can build on the back of this guaranteed business we have coming in. And so we built a business out of business. Yeah. Out of this existing business.
You had the audience, you knew what they wanted, yeah.
Yeah, and we had revenue. So, we knew we wanted to start kind of pulling everything in and owning our own gear and equipment and making it a real full service production company. And a lot of people do that on spec and hoping it works out. We also had the guaranteed, we got, 2 seasons left of this and a season left of this. Like, we know we can get this done.
Right.
So we did.
That's amazing.
It was awesome.